Hello guys, I've been playing a lot of Onslaught and I want to show you this crazy build. A Stasis Warlock, which is amazing for crowd control, but I want to enhance it a little bit. What if we also have devour and unraveling rounds? That's right, we have freeze, devour and unravel. Honestly, we don't really need devour, freeze and unravel will do, but let me show you. We are using Osmiomancy gloves. So our cold snap grenades have an additional charge that recharges quicker on direct impacts. And the seeker from cold snap grenades travel 35% further. Basically, when you hit enemies, you get grenade energy back. But since we are playing Onslaught, which is full of enemies, it's extremely easy to get our grenade. And on later rounds, because the grenade energy we get is based on the enemy tier, so for example, when it's a tier 1 enemy, a red bar, you get 10% grenade energy back. But when it's a yellow, an elite, a mini boss, or bosses, you get 50% grenade energy back. Honestly, just throw your grenade when you see a bunch of enemies and you'll be fine. One thing I like to do is, since we have 2 grenade charges, I use my turret first. I hold down the grenade button to throw the stasis turret, and then I simply use the normal cold snap grenade so I can freeze everyone and get it back really fast. This is the stasis part of the build. But we can add devour. If you have the new exotic sidearm, Buried Bloodline, that you can get from the dungeon Warlord's Ruin, you get devour when you rapidly kill enemies. And if you have the catalyst, you also weaken enemies, which is really nice. But if you don't have it, don't worry, because the other amazing part of the build is the strand part, the unravel. When we pick Orbs of Power, we get unraveling rounds, and we are going to pick lots and lots of orbs because 90% of the teams that are playing Onslaught, they have a Void Hunter with Orpheus Rig, and most probably also a Solar Warlock with Well of Radiance. By the way, I'm leaving my version of my Solar Warlock for Onslaught in the description. Check it out. It's really good. So, as you can see, your enemies are being frozen left and right. Unravel from your strand weapon is just destroying the area full of enemies with all those unravels. I call it green nanites. So let me show you how I built it. I'm using Healing Rift for survivability, and we need to use Cold Snap Grenade. Aspects are Bleak Watcher. It allows you to convert your grenade into a stasis turret, and the second aspect is Ice Flare Balls. When you shatter a frozen target, it spawns a seeker that will freeze nearby targets. It's really good crowd control wise. Fragments wise, we have Whisper of Rending. Your primary ammo weapons will do more damage to crystals and frozen targets. Whisper of Durance, slow will last longer and your turret will stay 5 more seconds on the field. Whisper of Fissures, it increases the damage and size of the burst of stasis when you shatter a crystal or an enemy. And Whisper of Chains, you get reduced damage when you are near a frozen enemy or a friendly crystal. It's a 40% damage resist. It's really good. Weapons wise, we need to use a strand primary. I'm using Rufus Fury. Quicksilver will be amazing. Honestly, it will be even better because exotic primaries do 40% more damage against red bar enemies, but I was using Buried Bloodline on my second slot so I could get Devour. But Quicksilver and Embedded Kindness will be very good, so don't worry if you don't have Buried Bloodline. And one amazing thing about this combo is With your primary, with your auto rifle, you'll be able to stop overload champions. You can also stop them with your turret. With your sidearm, buried bloodline, or embedded kindness, you'll be able to deal with barrier champions, and because you are a Stasis Warlock, your melee will instantly freeze an unstoppable champion, and when you shatter him, he will stun, so you are ready to face against all three champions. On the heavy slot, I was using the new Edge Transit with auto-loading and deconstruct. It's my favorite grenade launcher now. I get free heavy ammo, that's right, free heavy ammo. I made a video testing all the good rolls on Edge Transit. I will leave it in the description, feel free to check it. On our artifact, these four are a must. Unraveling orbs, that's how we get Unravel in our strand weapons. We get it when we collect an Orb of Power. Or Shuttle, sometimes we will spawn a Treadling. Could be better, works better in other builds, but it's also good here. Pillar of Ice, we will spawn crystals when we defeat frozen targets. And Hail the Storm. Shattering frozen enemies in crystals deal increased damage, and when we shatter stasis crystals, they release a shard of ice that will damage and slow targets. It's awesome, guys, really strong. I have 100 resilience for 30% damage resistance and 100 discipline for faster cooldowns on our grenades. Mods wise, on my helmet I use a strand siphon, so I generate orbs when I kill enemies with a strand weapon, and I'm using heavy ammo finder and heavy ammo scout. Honestly, with all the ammo boxes Onslaught has, this is not really needed. If you want, you can double stack strand siphon, so the orbs you generate will give you and your team more super energy. On the gloves, our exotic gloves, grenade kickstart. When we have armor charges and we throw our grenade, we get grenade energy back. Impact induction, we get 12% grenade energy back when you hit an enemy with a power melee, and I went with fastball, honestly because I only had space for it. On our chest, one resist mod each, one solar, one void, one arc. Each mod will give you a 15% damage resist to that specific damage type. In our boots, we have innervation and recuperation, so when we collect an Orb of Power, we get grenade energy and health back, and stacks on stacks. When we get that Orb of Power, we get additional armor charge. On our class item, we have Proximity Ward. It saved me so many times. You get a powerful overshield when you are doing a finisher. We also use Bomber. You get 12% grenade energy when you use your Rift. And I went with Healthy Finisher. I think it's nice to have. It consumes one armor charge and it will give you your health back when you do a finisher. You can use Reaper instead if you normally don't do much finishers. And guys, this is the build. Honestly, I was using this with a couple of friends and they asked me, are you using the new subclass, the new prismatic subclass? Because you have a lot of stuff. You have Unravel, you have Devour, you have Stasis. It's really, really good. Such a cool build. At one point, people were complaining that my Unravel and my Shatter were killing too much enemies and the other players in the team couldn't get their super back because I was getting all the kills. That's how crazy this build is. People ask you to stop killing. It's really, really nice. But well, that's it. Again, guys, thank you for the support. Try the build. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what you would change, what you would improve. I love reading your comments. You guys have so much knowledge about this game. We all learn a lot together. That's really nice. So yeah, Keep the comments flowing. Don't forget, like and subscribe. That would help a lot. I'm almost with 1,000 subs. That would be amazing, guys, and it's all because of you. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.